Well, hello, and welcome back. Excuse me as I turn off the AC here. I'm AJ O'Neill. This is Beyond Code Live. And someone pointed out on Twitter that I have an excellent, very popular package that doesn't have a README and hasn't been bumped to v1. So I'm going to do that. Let's first take a look at the package here. Noop is kind of... It's something that I published apparently 11 years ago. And what it does is provides a function that doesn't do anything. Because, well, typing out function is hard. Well, you'll see in just a second. There are times when you want to not do anything. So particularly if you had a callback and you wanted it to, say, ignore the error, or you had a promise and you wanted it to ignore the error, having a noop function is kind of a nice thing to have. So I'll demonstrate this super quickly, and then we'll just go right into it. Actually see... Oh, that's too many. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to go ahead. And I don't think I ever created a repository for this project, sadly. So we're going to go ahead and make a directory noop. No, we don't need to make the directory because I'm going to create it on good old GitHub, you know, the GitHubs. Oh, and by the way, I do have the chat on. So if you would like to leave a comment in the chat, go ahead, feel free to do so. When I'm looking here, I'm looking at the chat. When I'm looking here, I'm looking at you, or rather the camera. And when I'm looking here, I'm looking at my code, as you can tell. So we're just going to publish this. And yeah, I wanted to show off, first of all, the excellency of what this package does. So say, for example, you wanted to read a file, and let's do fs.promises.readFile.catch. And you just don't want to get notified if there's an error. You don't care. Boom. Noop's a great way to do that for you. Or rather, a noop function. A function that does nothing is a great way to do that for you. So if you don't catch the error, then the error throws. And sometimes you don't care whether or not there's an error. I actually would not recommend that. I think in pretty much every case where there's an error, you should at least log it, unless you are explicitly checking that is the error that you expect it to be, and then silencing that error, but logging all other errors. So for example, I'm not going to give examples. I'm not going to go into it. It is actually a useful project, but it's kind of a parody project too. So we'll go ahead and we will create this on, let's go to the GitHubs. I'm not sure where I should create this. Maybe I should create it under my personal repository, because the README is pretty much going to be a parody README. It's going to be truthful. It's going to be accurate, but yeah. So we're going to go with noop.js, and we don't want to add anything because we're going to use what's already on Npm. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether we add it or not. Because typing function is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 is 10 letters too long. There we go. Then maybe there's like a scholarly. There we go. Or today I learned, or I don't know what that should be. I'm just gonna not. That's stupid. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and clone our little noop project. And then when I get in there, let's go ahead and do an npm init -y. And the only reason I'm going to do this is so that I can npm install noop. And the reason I'm installing noop is so that I can get the package info that is in the package, because I don't know if I ever saved it or where I saved it to. So now that we've done that, we can get rid of this package stuff, and let's go ahead and move noop to the top level here, and let's go ahead and give it a README. and noop.js. Because typing out all of function, yeah, is 10 letters too long. Noop is for all the times when you need something that will do nothing, guaranteed. Yeah. And then let's put some docs here. API. Require noop will add the following functions into the global space. And we'll go with noop. And this is does nothing, I think. Does nothing. Actually, let's just do this as a JS block here. Throw op throws the first argument, hopefully an error, and then do op. I think this calls the first argument as calls invokes, calls the first argument. Hopefully a function. There we go. I think that's all that it does. We'll have to go look at the code and see. Usage. So we would just require noop installation and usage. I'll go ahead and say npm install save noop. And usage might be something like this. Require fs.read file null noop. Let's say fs equals, yeah, we'll just go this way, sure. Ignore the error. Throw the error, ignore the result. Throws the first argument. Throws the first argument. I think it's if not null. Calls the first argument. Or maybe it calls the last argument. I don't actually remember. No. Hello, welcome. What brings you to the channel? What are you up to? Where are you from? What are you doing tonight? Not trying to pry too much in your personal life, just being conversational, you know. Let's see. So I should actually go take a look at this thing and see what it does. What did we get here? So, oh, and we should also point out that it's zero dependency. That's always really important to point out, at least in everything I do. Oh, wow. Huh, this is before 11 years ago. Wow, so much has changed. Okay, so maybe... Oh, wait. What is this? Does this exist? There is a repository? Wow. Huh. Look at that. Oh, there's example. Okay, so I should actually, here's what we're going to do instead. I didn't realize there was a repository for this. We're just going to call it noop.js. What? There is a noop.js that exists on this account? Oh, because I just created it. Duh. Okay, so here's what we're going to do with that then. We're going to delete this one. Let's go and delete. delete coolaj6 noop.js. I understand. Delete the repo. Yes. Yes, you can use my password. Okay, cool. So, cool. We got rid of that. And let's try again. Ba-da-da-da. Okay, cool. Now, yeah, let's go ahead and clone this again. Don't worry. It's not all a wash. I'll call that one new. Let's keep the version history here. And actually, we're just going to roll that one back. Rewriting history, as it were. Push-f origin master. Checkout-b main. Git push-u origin main. Do a little swap-a-roozle there. And we're at branches. Blue-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then, oh gosh, I don't like that either. Let's see. Those were dark times, Harry, dark times. Yeah, there we go. Reset, hard, push F. Yeah, we'll just push to, actually we'll push main to master, and we'll push main to main. That's what we'll do. Cool. Well, that's interesting. Let's see here. Interestingly enough, it did have a README. Just have a repo and a README, but it hadn't been published since npm redid their README parser generator, whatever. All right, well, maybe it won't be as much of a parody project as we thought it would be. Whoops, no, I don't want to go to anything called Marketplace. Heaven forbid that. Oof. Okay, so that is not quite the way that I'd want to do it, but this looks about right. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much to be upset about there. Although, I think we could take this out into... Let's do git mv. Let's just take that up a level. I don't see any reason to have that down. And then as far as the package.json goes, I think we do actually want to... Oh gosh, that was back when GitHub was HTTP. Seriously, there was a time that that was true? That's so sad. Okay, let's do an npm init here and see what we get. Package name is noop. Yes. Version 1.0. Yes. Description. We had a really good one. Which one do we want to pick? The parody description or the real description? Let's see. We'll just go with the real one. I was going to have some fun with it, but since it's already there. Oh, and throw op does not have a capital O. Yeah. Entry point, we'll make it index.js, test command. We do want to add some tests. Oh, I didn't actually say what the person said. So I'll read that out loud for the benefit of all of those that can't read, that are watching a programming channel. Yeah. Have you considered ever releasing a v1 of your package noop? Maybe v1 will include documentation and some tests. You have such a good package name. Put it to good use. You know, make sure I star that. Really keen guy there. Util, noop, throwop, doop, noop. There we go. License. Yeah, we're going to relicense it. What was it licensed before? Oh, it didn't have a license before. Oh, yeah. We got to definitely put a license there. For this kind of thing, I don't know. I feel like CC0 v1 might actually be the more correct choice. Which is public domain. It's an official license for public domain. v1.0 SPDX CC0. Short identifier CC0 1.0. Yeah. So let's do this. MIT. I think you do or. Is that how it works? I don't know if you have to do capital or. Okay. Let's see. Whoa, that's not what we want. There is a way to do this. It's something, maybe it's like this. No. Maybe it's like this. Oh, there we go. It's capital or. That's what it has to be. All right, so yeah, we're going to say yes to that. And then let's take a look at the old one and see if there's anything useful in here. I think we copied everything over. I don't think there's anything useful in here. We can go ahead and get rid of the old one. Okay. And the new one. Looks good. Oh, we need to add some tests, of course. All right, so what should this be? It should be require, whoops, // and then we should say console.info, do noop, throwop. No, let's just do this. Noop exists. There we go. Noop exists and does nothing. Wait for it. Does nothing. Okay, so we should be able to do require. Let's go ahead and do var fs equals require fs, and we'll just take those couple of use cases. All right, and yeah, and then we'll say fs.read file null noop. And yeah, there we go. And then what should we do? Console.info. This will pass. We'll do promises dot read file, and then we'll do I guess we could have just done it like this, right? See me? Oh wow, so many people. Maybe we could not pollute the global and have ESM import exports. Yeah, so I think that'll be v2, because what I should do is I should release v1 as just saying what was there before it was stable. First party TypeScript support. Yeah, I think you're right on. Well, I don't think we need TypeScript support, but I do think. Let's see. Oh, and we need a JS hint file. Let's make sure we do that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Let's make sure that we use ES version 11. Let's take it to 11 on this. Definitely want curly true, node true. Oh, and I have to put all these thingies there. Make sure we get our... Thanks for the suggestions. And I'm guessing you're the guy that actually posted this on Twitter. Is that correct? Creative Tech Guy Games. Let's see, prettier rc.json. And I think wrap pros always. Maybe that's the only thing we need in here. Cool. All right, no op is not defined. We're going to have to define it. We're going to put it in our global section. And then I don't remember what the true and false meant for this because they actually have different meanings. Okay, no op is true, throw op is true, and do op is true. There we go. Oh, because I didn't put quotes. There we go. Okay, now it's happy. All right, so what should happen here is if we do a catch with throw op, then we should be able to do then, and then do error, and if error, so it'd be if not instance of error, throw new error, throw op didn't throw. Sad day. Yeah, that'd be great. So no, we're definitely, I appreciate the real-time code review. That's great. But no, we're not going to use a const. Okay? Not going to use const. You know why we're not going to use const? Because what does const mean? It means constant. Now, is fs a constant? No, it's not. So why would we put const when it's not constant? That doesn't make any sense. That's some faddish thing that people do these days, but that's stupid. You know what's a constant? Pi is a constant. This is appropriate use of constant. All caps. Const, if it's not const enough to use all caps, no sense in putting const. That'd be a very bad const, considering that it's not particularly accurate. That's const. But yeah, I appreciate the real-time code review. This is good. Yeah, keep it coming though. All right, so we got this one. All right, what are we going to do here? Pass. Throw op throws errors, but not non-errors, but not falsy things. Okay. So we've got that. Throw up didn't throw. And then here we go. This should be nothing. And then if error instance of error, then throw up through nothing. Why? All right, and then finally there's do op, which I think in this day and age that's not even worth doing. But let's see here. Do op. What did do op do? Oh yeah. Oh, this works in the browser too. There's another selling point for you. Another reason that it shouldn't use const, because you want people to be able to override whatever this does. This probably isn't very good. What is provide? Provide no op. Get this. Yeah, this kind of sort of. I don't know if that, will that work in my, yeah, I guess this still works. I think there's a more elegant way to do this these days, but you got to watch out now. You know, if somebody were to put this in Webpack, it could get all screwed up. So I prefer to test for module.exports, and if there's no module.exports, then do window. That's I think the right way to go about it. So I wouldn't do this. Get global business anymore. Yeah, 1.0 should be a little more sophisticated. So it should be if undefined not equal type of module, then module.export equals, I guess, is that what we're doing here? Provide, well, it's supposed to go on the global either way, right? So I guess no, it doesn't, I see the problem is though, because like, how do we get the global? And I see what I was trying to do there. All right, I'm actually going to go back with that and leave it. Yeah, I think, no, I'm not. And here's why. Because I think isn't there a global this? I think that's the new thing in JavaScript, global this. You know, I hear what you're saying. You just give it all caps. But the thing is, that doesn't make it a constant. That just puts it in all caps. So, you know, I could still modify it. I could still assign things to it. I could still change what it is. So it doesn't make it a constant. There are some languages, if Ruby, if I'm not mistaken, when you type something in all caps, it becomes a constant. I don't remember which language it was that I used that was like that, but if you typed it in all caps, it was a constant. This is good. This is a good way to go about it. So what is it? Global this? Global this. Let's get here. Global this. Akin to the global object. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. If undefined is, yeah, we can do this. Let's do var global. Let's call it my global. Kind of a stretch there. Whatever. My global equals global this. But v2 definitely should not pollute the global namespace. I'm 100% in on that. Let's see. I don't know. That's the question. Is it satire? I don't know. So my rant about const, that's not satire. That's real. Publishing this module, it's a waste of my time. I don't know why I'm doing it. But no, I'm 100% on you should not. So are you familiar with Douglas Crockford? He is maybe the smartest guy in the universe. Maybe. We'll see. But just because a language creates a feature, he's the one that came up with JavaScript, the good parts. That you always see those memes of JavaScript, the good parts, it's this thick, and then JavaScript, the definitive guide, is this thick. He's the guy that wrote JavaScript, the good parts. And his whole thing is, well, he's got a couple of mantras that are really good ones, but perfection is achieved not when there's nothing left to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. And if you have two features and one of them always works correctly, and the other one sometimes works correctly, use the one that always works correctly. So there's a lot of things that continually get added to JavaScript that are just dumb and bad. And because they're there, to quote him, you don't get paid to use every feature of a language. No, and I might get this quote a little bit wrong, but your boss isn't going to come up behind you and say, you know what? You didn't use with. Why didn't you use with? You get paid to write correct code. So write code that's easy to read and easy to write. Now, he happens to like const, but I disagree with him on the basis that it would make sense if it used object.freeze. If const was syntax sugar for using object.freeze recursively throughout the object, then I would agree with it 100%. Or if let had shadowing semantics, where you can't reassign without literally reassigning. I could get on board with that, but it's not the way that makes any sense. So, you know. All right, cool. There we go. Now we got some my global that, yeah, we'll just run with that there. Now I got to figure out what did doop actually do. So I don't need to provide noop. Let's, yeah. And get rid of all that. And yeah, I guess, yeah, we do that, do that. You know, kind of, I think if error throw, yep, and do if function is equal to, yeah. All right, there we go. I think it would also be appropriate if this is window, then I think, I don't know. Whatever, it's one more if statement. I think that's the most appropriate way to write this module. There we are. Worthy of a 1.0. So let's go ahead and add that. Let's go ahead and finish up with the tests. So this test should be correct. And then let's say, what do we got here? Doop. We need doop. So let's say read file name. No, what is this we need? How would we construct a test for doop? How do we? Okay, let's do this. Let's see. Doop didn't disarm the bomb. There we go. So what are we going to do? Doop function bomb equals false. Doop calls the first arg if it's a function. And do we have it do? I don't think we have it do anything fancy like other callbacks. Whoops, I meant to look in here. Oh, okay, it is. It is kind of fancy. So it can take args and contexts. So it can apply a context and args. All right, cool. Let's go with it then. So doop, we'll give it a context of foo, and then we'll give it a arguments of bar. So doop, I guess arguments need to be like this, bar baz. We're going to test it, make sure it works. Okay, if bar not equal to bar, or baz not equal to baz, or this not equal to foo. Oops, I did that wrong. Let me remember, constant's on the left, because if you put a constant on the left, you can't assign anything to it, even in the worst case. Okay. Doop didn't apply thisness slash didn't have the right args. There we go. Okay. I think that does right. So it's checking to see that it's... Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll make the bomb the context, because making the string the context is kind of weird. Yeah. So it would be... Sure. That's... whatever. Ah! Alright, there we go. Bomb is null. With thisness and args. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh. What happened here? Read file, read file. Read file. No op. Catch, throw op. Oh. We should catch again. Yes. Yes, that's what we... So we should catch again. And then... Yeah, that looks like that should be right then. All right, string buffer URL path. String buffer. What? I don't even know what that means. But it's on line 7. Let's go to line 7. Oh, so it's throwing... I think I get what it's saying. Prop name. Okay, so didn't apply thisness. Didn't have right args. Let's take a look at that one. Do op. So bomb is here. Bomb should be applied as the context to this function. TypeScript would help me find these errors faster. You know, it probably would. But yeah. All right, let's turn it on. Let's turn on TypeScript. All right, give a little EX next, modules, common.js, allow.js, check.js. Let's see. Strict, no implicit any. Strict null checks, sure. Strict function types. Strict bind apply. Always strict, sure. No implicit returns. What are we looking for? Module resolution is node. Okay, type roots. We're going to need to have node modules at types. I don't think we're going to need to do anything else. There. Yep, module interop. Looks good. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do include. And I guess really we just need index.js, test.js, I think. I don't think we need anything other than that. And then exclude nothing in node modules that we didn't explicitly want. Okay. And then, whoops. Need to go copy from the vimrc. Put our little linter in here. Okay. And then what? npm install save dev at types node. I think that's all we're going to need for that. Okay. Let's see. Did we do it right? Okay. Path-like. Indeed. There we go. You were right. You were right. Should have taken the time to do that. Let's see. Is not a module. Well, I don't remember how to get rid of that error because it shouldn't be having a problem with it. Oh, because it doesn't export. Yeah, all right, that's okay. And wait, did we not have... hold on, let me think on this one. What was it called? Synthetic? No, maybe that's not an option anymore. I don't know if that's a real thing. Excuse me, or not. The synthetic imports, but that's okay. We don't need it to be a module. Left-hand side. Oh gosh, I wish I could. I got to figure out how to make the gutter here expand. I did that once before where I made it like 2 lines. All right. This implicitly has type any, but does not have a type annotation. Okay, well let's just do. You know what? This can be type any. Sure. We'll let it be type any. Well, we're going to do a little var me equals this. If me is not equal to bomb, and then bar and baz. Yep, okay, we can fix that, no problem. Just put a little at param here. Whoops. Bar is string. And then baz is string. And then we don't return anything, right? So we don't need to have returns there. I just told you it's type, duh, there we go. Let's put that in there correctly. Does not have a type annotation. I just annotated it, fool. I don't know. Me? This? What do you want me to do? I don't know what to do about that one. There we go. Yeah, indeed. Let's go ahead and make sure that this is type, what do we want it to be? Any or, no, wait, better. Put the question mark in front, right? There we go. Cool. All right. So, left-hand side of, sorry, I'm going to expand this out and see if I can read the whole sentence here to see why it's upset. What? The left-hand side of an instance of expression must be of type any, an object type or type parameter. Okay, so I think okay. I think this is supposed to be a catch anyway. Was this is what I was supposed to do, like that. Yeah, there we go. I think that's it. So dot then dot catch. There we go. That's what it actually should have been. Okay, the TypeScript server may not have actually helped me. I don't know. Hello, welcome. Doing kind of a halvesy parody project right now, but kind of sort of treating it as if it's a real project. Feel free to tell me where you're from, what brings you to the channel, and that you're not a bot because you just hit thumbs up and you've only been here 30 seconds, so you're a bot. Okay, have fun being a bot. But you might not be a bot. I was referring to the bot. Just so we're clear. I don't want to hurt your feelings as a human to human connection. Anyway, yeah. So now we've TypeScripted this up. Oh gosh, now I got to have a types file. I'm not going to do a definition file for this. I'm just not. Anyway, let's see if the tests run now. Okay, did not apply the thisness. So let's look at the code again real quick. Do-op, if function of callback, cb.apply context args. Ooh, args context. Ah, yes, I used it incorrectly because this is the way that a function for like timeout, for example, works this way, and other functions. I think for each works this way. Or there's there's JavaScript functions that behave this way, which is why do-op has that function signature. It is intentional. Okay, fine. I'll add some function signatures. I don't know if that one needs one. Does nothing. This one, okay. Add param error. Whoops. I wish I could say error like, because I don't really know. Is there an error like? Can we do error like? Is that a thing? Do we have an error? Oh, no, it's not a thing. All right, and then this one. So we got a param is a function, which is CB. And then this one is args is an array of any. All right. So that's args. And then context is just straight up any. And this again could be, this is optional, and this is optional. So that works there. Whoops, not any, it's called context. There we go. Cool. So that works. And then what it doesn't like, object is possibly undefined. Oh, that's true. Oh, that's a good catch. That is a good catch. So else, let's go with that. Call it good. Cool. All right, thank goodness. You know, if again, righto, if I'd done the typing sooner, would have cut those errors right out. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I know. It's set to take an error, but it's not going to take an error. Okay, then where are we at? Where we're at is, does the do-op function take things in the right order? Did we fix this? Context, then args. Hey, why isn't it complaining? Because do-op, didn't we define do-op? Oh, it's not actually going to get the type hinting because, oh yeah, because it doesn't have any exports, so it doesn't actually get the type hinting. Yeah. Well, let's see here. Cool. Boom. Passes. Sweet. We're on the road to 1.0. So npm run test. Wow, like a champ. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, we got to get our package lock in. So let's see. Oh, this is going to be the worst. Hold on, let me think about this real quick. What is this? Index and test. Okay, let's just say this. This is refactor, and this should not be a breaking change. And what do we do? Basically, well, it could be a breaking change because we changed how thisness is calculated. So it could be a breaking change. Update to check global this. What was it? In window. Do we have a fingers crossed? Cross fingers. There we go. Okay, cool. And then what else we got? Let's see. Chore add.js hint rc, and then command-m chore make prettier. Do we need to do anything here? Oh, holy molies, yes we do. Oh man. What the heck is this even? All right, there we go. And this should be bash. And I like to signify the version number. Yep, there we go. API global.doc does nothing. Let's say features. Let's see here. Works with promises and funcs. Faster than object. More predictable than Boolean. Always truey. Sometimes falsy. Let's see. Linted with TypeScript. Well, prettier is not really a linter, but whatever. Sadly needs an update. Okay, throws if error is defined. Great. Well, more like is truey. Similar function signature to set timeout. All right. Looking good. See, this is why I say, like, so here's a parody project, right? The code is almost nothing, but we're going through, like, updating the README, adding the tests, and I said like, and I got back into the bad habit of saying like all the time. So I'm going to not do that. Anyway, if you do a project well, as Mr. Creative Tech Guy Games suggests, then you will end up with spending many times more time on the documentation than on the code. Okay, so let's go with, yeah, this is just, I'm F for fix up because I'm going to squash that one away. Oh, we do need git ignore for node modules. I don't know if we need it for anything else. Probably vim swap files. .star.sw star. That should be good. All right. Let's see. I'm actually going to get rid of this one just so that I can add it back in. Yeah, -m chore modernize package.json bump to v1.0. You know what we need to do in here though? We need to add, oh, we got directories here. I don't know what that is. How about files? I think that's what this was supposed to, I don't know. Files, I think files is just an array though. I don't really care about the examples. You don't need those. What we do need is we need index.js. I don't think we need anything else. Yep, that should be good enough right there. Yeah, well, can we make that read? Can we be uppercase? Does it have to be lowercase? I don't know. We'll leave it. Okay, cool. Package.json. And I'm just going to call that one F for fix up. Did I stash something? I feel like I stashed something. No? Did I have something in my buffer that I wanted to do something with? Yes, I did. Okay, that's what it was. That's why my spidey senses were tingling. So npm install save node types. And we'll do package dent and tsconfig. And we'll do chore type linting for what it's worth. All right, cool. Well, let's rebase that. Last, what, 7 commits or whatever it was. So let me just fix up those away so they fold into the prior. Looks good. All right, push. Just push. Yep. All right. Now at this point, git tag v1.0.1. Let's push tags, and then we'll npm publish. Does it seem strange to include the source code in the README? You know, no, it doesn't. Oh, but you know what? That reminds me. We need to add the license to this. I put a license in here, right? License. Yeah, MIT or CC0. Okay, cool. So let's go to README. So license, and I'm just going to go to the. It's actually kind of hard to find the little snippet header for this, so I've got it on my blog. Public domain. Where's the little snippet? Oh, I guess I break it down right there. Do I have? Okay, this is the format that I want it in. By the way, I'll post this in the chat. I don't think that you should generally post software in the public domain. I think you should use the MPL, and I think I went into that somewhere. I don't know if I made a video on that, but yeah, generally don't release software in the public domain and certainly don't do it without using a real license. So if you are going to release software in the public domain, the only license that is a valid legal license to use is CC0 1.0. And the reason I say valid legal license is because lawyers don't respect things that haven't had basically prior judgments and legal review. So if you write a document that says, quote, I release this into the public domain, technically speaking, yes. Well, I go over that here. Technically speaking, you did release it into the public domain, but technically speaking, you didn't, because there's no legal language to provide you any protection, nor is there any legal language to provide anyone else enough for their lawyers to feel comfortable with it. You have to use specific language, and the CC0 1.0 is a legally binding agreement that would stand up in court. So anyway, like WTFPL, no. The parody licenses, don't use the parody licenses. If you or unlicensed or anything like that, don't use the parody license. If you want it to be in the public domain, CC0 1.0. All right. Because typing... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Is 10 characters too many? There we go. Short description. Written in, oh gosh, what was the year on this? It's like 2000 forever ago. 2011. Before I even knew Markdown, hardly. And then typically, whoops, you do keep the brackets around the email address, typically speaking. There we go. All right, cool. So now I've got a license to this. That's probably why it hasn't gained more popularity. You know, I've had, no joke, I'm trying to remember. I know Yahoo. I think Yahoo's reached out to me twice. I think IBM's reached out to me once. I don't know. Actually, was it? I've had various huge companies reach out to me because I didn't have a license on basically a one-line dependency. So LeftPad, think LeftPad. There's a couple of modules I've had out there that are stupid as LeftPad, shouldn't have ever published them in the first place, and someone else was dumb enough to use them. And then they email me and they're like, our legal department isn't okay with this license. Would you mind adding this license? Or you didn't specify a license. Don't use it. Don't use dumb things I publish. No one has ever contacted me. I don't think I've ever been contacted about something I actually was proud of, and then come back and say, hey, you know, we need a license on this or something. I have had people ask for commercial support, which has been cool, but yeah, it's the dumb stuff that people reach out about. The things where it's like, I wish I'd never written that, published it. Nobody should use this. Okay, anyway, so we got the license on there. So let's do this. Let's tag that as v1.0.0. All right, and then git push. And normally, you know, of course, you shouldn't force push over tags or whatever, but I haven't actually published this yet, so it's fine. If I'd published it to NPM already, no way. I just bump the tag to v0 point, whatever. Numbers are hard. Yeah, so let's push this, and then we'll do the npm publish. And I'll be interested to see if this still publishes easily, actually. Okay. And for those of you that think, oh, I shouldn't type my one-time password, unless you already know my actual password, which I don't even know what that is. I think I set it to something random a few years ago, and it's just in my config file, and I get it out of a password manager when I occasionally need it. Anyway, unless you already knew that, I could not give you enough codes. I could read off all day long every single code that appears on my phone, and you would never have enough information to be able to reverse construct what the actual thing was, because the number of possible permutations that could land 100 numbers in the same sequence is actually still really fair, and you'd have to exhaust. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, this is up on NPM now. Let's now we need to tweet about it, because that's what we need to do. And now let's hope. Yeah. So now, oh, that's interesting. Huh. So NPM doesn't do. What the heck? GitHub owns NPM, and they didn't bother to update their Markdown parser? Well, I guess that's not quite fair. I mean, it's an old product. Yeah, so this is looking good. Now, oh, I did want to put license in the README down here. License. And then let's go back. Whoops. MIT or CC0 1.0 public domain. And then what we can do is, let me go copy this again. Well, actually, what I'll do is this. Let's copy that from license into the README. And then what I'm going to do to prevent it from being styled is just put little backslashes at the end of each line. Don't need one on that line. And there we go. So all right. So let's do this again. And then let's do npm version patch. And then git push tags, npm publish. All right, 221245. Okay. Whew. Now I can sleep better at night, knowing that the two suckers that have this in their CI/CD system that's running 60 times a day, well, I guess, let's see, weekly downloads. The two suckers that, yeah, that's about right. I think the math works out on that. Let's see. They've got it in their CI/CD system, running it 60 times a day. Okay, so it's a little low. Maybe they're running it 100 times a day, or maybe let's just increase the number of suckers. 3 suckers, but really they'd only be running it 5 days a week. And, you know, they're going to run it a little more often on Fridays. So, yeah, let's go up to 70. 1,500. Yeah, I'm still off. Or 1,050. You know, in that realm. I wonder. 13 dependents. There needs to be a bot that just goes to these repositories and insults the maintainers. Why are you using this? No, I don't really mean that. I mean, I published it because at the time that I published it, it did provide value. This was back in the remedial JavaScript days. Where did I get the 10 character count from? Because it's 14 characters long. And if you subtract 4 from 10, which is noop, N-O-O-P, then you get 10. Yeah. Cool. Well, I've got it. Okay, what's the most recent one here? It's published the most recently. Okay, a year ago. Unwinder DeLorean. You know what? Yeah. Like, why would you have no... Okay. Wait, NPM? What? How is NPM a dependency of this? BRFS. What the heck is this thing doing? An implementation of continuations in JavaScript. Includes built-in support for breakpoints. But why? Why would you include what? What? No, that can't be real. Okay, so maybe at some point, I'm so confused. How is that? Okay, maybe at some point that was a thing. I don't know. A fork of Regenerator from January 14. Okay, so let's go back. Was Facebook using this? How do we go back that far in history? We have to clone it. I'm going to clone it, and I'm going to see if in January of 2014, Facebook was using this. Okay. The things that you find out. All right, let's go find 2014. Let's go to the bottom and then go up towards this. So let's see, git checkout, and then let's see package. What? This didn't have a package.json back then? Okay. Okay, no. All right. So it does not look like the Facebook version actually had that. But let's check one more thing. Git search entire history of project. Search all files, all history. Oh, pickaxe. All right. Search all versions, maybe? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Search all file versions. How can I list all the versions? How can I search branches for a file? How can I view old files? Okay. How can I search for a string across all branches? Grep rev list all. So what's rev list? Rev list. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So that's the entire history, or that's just all the branches? Git branch. Oh, that's all the history it looks like. Wait, how many commits does this thing have? Let's take a look at that. Okay, so it's got 1,048 commits. Does that seems reasonable? Let's take a look and see if that's what it says here. 1,000. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that looks about right. It looks like there's some commits that are orphans. Makes sense. So yeah, let's do that then. Git grep. And thank you both. And let's see what we're looking for. Noop. Oh, yeah, because I'm in fish. What? Does it have throw up? So this may be reminiscent. There was one time when I tried to remove a dependency in a pull request. There was a dependency that ended up being something like 5 lines long. And so I tried to remove the dependency, and the person told me, no, we want the dependency because it has tests, but it was exhaustive. So the 5-line function was visually, you could identify that it was correct because it was the simplicity of dividing by 1024. It was, yeah. Anyway, this could be a case where that person decided to go add the dependency because he preferred to have dependencies than have, I don't know. But let's see if it has throw up in there. Okay, no throw up and no do up. Okay, so now I want to find this other thing. I know we're in the weeds, but you know, I'm curious. I'm curious. When did well, I guess we won't find it. That's okay. But it does say bundle, so it makes me kind of wonder. Let me just check this out. I mean, who knows? You gotta be kidding me. Whatever. Okay, so that little experiment's over. Everything's pushed. Everything's clear. No. Is 100? Oh, okay, so this is a parody project. What in the world? Why would that have it? Oh, nice. Oh. Oh, nice. Yeah, let's see. Good. Good. Oh. 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 Oh, man. Oh, wow. Well, this ended up being a good laugh. So I thank you for leading me off on this tangent tonight, because if nothing else, this laugh was good for my health. To see the parody projects that people are building on top. Yeah. I wonder what this code is. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Does he? Let's see if it has the license in here. License. Okay, he says MIT. All right, so I can't bug him about the license. You're using. Here we go. You're requiring noop. Which does not have a valid SBDIX. Oops, let's see. v0.2 or something like that. Let's see. Go over here. There we go. Good. Good. Go. There we go. We've made history tonight, boys and girls. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I'm going to sleep better tonight. Okay. As always, if you like what you like, hear more what you like. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you had fun along with me. And if you did, give it a big fat sub. Just make sure to hit the bell for personalized recommendations so that you don't see any nonsense that you wouldn't want to see. Oh, all right. Thank you, Jason O'Neill, for making my night. And thank you to all of the wonderful people that are publishing strange things that use retarded licenses. And thank you to this person. I'm going to add this to my Git cheat sheet. Let's see. Do I have my Git cheat sheet on this computer? Hold on. Where's my Git cheat sheet? Where's Bliss? Here's Bliss. All right. Wait, that's not right. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's see. Do we have Git cheat sheet right here? Boom. Search all of everything ever. Whoops. Where did my other tab go? Do. There we go. Cool, that's good. What a fun night. I was going to do something useful tonight, but hey, it's Friday. Oh yeah, so like I was saying, thanks for joining in. You have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go cuddle up with my wife and listen to Miss Bourne. Maybe fall asleep. I don't know. I had a lot of Dr. Pepper and some Mountain Dew. I was planning on coding late tonight, but then... Anyway. Adios.